yourself, whatever it is. In my school, I was just a small boy, but I hated to be told how I have to be. Teachers started bribing me. If you behave rightly, you can become a genius. I said, to hell with the genius. I simply want to be myself. I used to sit with my legs on the table, and every teacher was offended. They would say, what kind of behavior is this? I said, the table is not saying anything to me. It is something between me and the table. So why are you looking so angry? I am not putting my legs on your head. You should relax, just as I am relaxing. And this way, I feel better. I feel able to understand what nonsense you are teaching. Just on one side of the room was a beautiful window, and outside were trees and birds and cuckoos. Mostly I was looking out of the window, and the teacher would come and say, why do you come to school at all? I said, because in my house there is no window like this, which opens up to the whole sky, and around my house there are no cuckoos, no birds. The house is in the city, surrounded by other houses, so crowded that birds don't come there. Cuckoos don't feel that these are the people to be blessed by their songs. Forget the idea that I come here to listen to you. I am paying you fee. You are simply a servant, and you should remember that. If I fail, I will not come to complain to you. If I fail, I will not feel sad. But if for the whole year I have to pretend that I am listening to you while I am listening to the cuckoos outside, that will be the beginning of a hypocritical life, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. On every matter, the teachers, the professors wanted you to do in a certain way. In my school, in those days, and perhaps even today, using a cap was necessary. Since I have left the university, I have started wearing caps. But I never wore one until I left the university. The first teacher who was worried about me said, you are disturbing the discipline of the school. Where is your cap? I said. Bring the school code of behavior. Is there any mention that everyone should wear a cap? And if there is not, you are imposing something against the school code. He took me to the principal of the school, and I told the principal, I am absolutely ready. Just show me where it is written that a cap is compulsory. If it is compulsory, I may even leave the school, but first let me see where it is written. There was no written code, and I said, can you give me any other reasonable arguments for using the cap? Will it increase my intelligence? Will it increase my life? Will it give me better health? More understanding? I said. As far as I know, Bengal is the only province in India where caps are not used, and that is the most intelligent part of the country. Punjab is just the opposite. There, for a cap, people use turbans, such big turbans, as if their intelligence is escaping, so they are trying to keep hold of it, and that is the most unintelligent part of the country. The principal said, there seems to be some sense in what you are saying, but it is a school discipline. If you stop wearing a cap, then others will stop. I said, then what is the fear? Just drop the whole conversation. Nobody wants to allow you to be yourself on matters what are absolutely insignificant. I used to have long hair in my childhood, and I used to come in and out of my father's shop because the shop and the home were connected. The home was behind the shop, and it was absolutely necessary to pass through the shop. People would ask, Whose girl is this? Because my hair was so long, they could not imagine that a boy could have such long hair. My father felt very ashamed and embarrassed to say he is a boy. But they said, then why all this hair? One day it was not his normal nature. He became so embarrassed and angry that he came and cut my hair with his own hands. Bringing the scissors that he used to cut clothes in his shop, he cut my hair. I didn't say anything to him. He was surprised. He said, you don't have anything to say? I said, I will say it in my own way. So what do you mean? I said, you'll see. And I went to the opium addict barber who used to have a shop just in front of our house. He was the only man I had a respect for. There were a row of barber shops, but I loved that old man. He was a rare variety and he loved me. For hours, we used to talk to each other. I went to him and told him, just shave my whole head completely. In India, the head is shaved completely only when your father dies. For a moment, even that opium addict came to his sense. He said, what has happened? Has your father died? I said, don't bother about these things. You do what I am saying. It is none of your concern. You just cut my hair completely, shave it completely. So the barber said, that's right. It's none of my concern. If he has died, he has died. He shaved my head completely and I went home. I passed through the shop. My father looked and all his customers looked. They said, what happened? Whose boy is this? His father has died. My father said, he is my boy and I am alive, but I knew he was going to do something. He has answered me well. Wherever I went, people would ask, what happened? He was perfectly healthy, I said. People die at any age. You are worried about him. You are not worried about my hairs. What was the last thing my father ever did to me? Because he knew that the answer could be more dangerous, I said to him, you created the whole mess. What was there to be embarrassed about? You could have said, she's my girl. I don't have any objection about that. But you should not have interfered with me the way you did. It was violated, barbarous. Rather than saying anything to me, you simply started cutting my hair. Nobody allows anybody to be just himself, and you have learned all those ideas so deeply that it seems they are ideas. Just relax. Forget all those conditionings. Drop them like dry leaves falling from the trees. It is better to be a naked tree without any leaves than to have plastic leaves and plastic foliage and plastic flowers. That is ugly. The original face simply means that you are not being dominated by any kind of morality, religion, society, parents, teachers, priests, not being dominated by anyone, just living your life according to your own inner sense. You have a sensibility and you will have the original face. That is your original face.